Hello and welcome to Nollywood Film Club. I'm Mr. C, a Veroca critic. I hope you're doing well. Just going to read a comment from the last episode, Say Who Died, before we delve into this episode. This is from friends and fam of the pod. Ike says, okay, might be the first Prime Video geo-blocked title that I am deeply pained about not having access to. Yeah, that is a shame for Germany, who people of Germany missing out on some quality Nollywood. Well, one say who die. So, by the way, if you tune into this episode and you haven't seen Say Who Die, please do watch it. It's on the same platform, instead of whatever this is. Anyway, I'll let NFC do this film justice. I hope you enjoy Nollywood Film Club discussing Everybody Loves Jenifa. Space of the year. Let's do this, guys. Welcome to Nollywood Film Club. We do discuss Nollywood every Sunday. We are going to be discussing Everybody Loves Jenifa. We'll talk about what we like. What we liked. In the good section, we'll talk about what we don't like. In the bad section, we'll disagree in the pushback, and we will do a summary at the end. All right. So, Vanessa, welcome back. Tell us what you liked about Everybody Loves Jenifa.
What a film to come back on, guys. What a film. What I like, oh, god damn it, man. Hey, Chineke nna. I liked that Funke Akindele made money, that money entered Funke Akindele's pocket, as a result of this film. And that all the actors were paid and they had a fantastic run at the cinemas. People need jobs. People need money. The economy is bad. So I appreciate that this helped people put food on their tables. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Yes, it is quite a film to return to. I'll remind everybody on here that last week we discussed a very nice movie that most of us enjoyed watching. So, in case you want to do Mr. C blame, just remember last week was fun. In saying that, Taz, tell us what you liked about Everybody Loves Jennifer.
I will blame you later, not now, because now I'm focused first on positive. I'm still watching this movie, so my timestamp says I have watched an hour and a half, so I still have 40 minutes left. I don't know that much will change in that time. Anyways, I thought this movie was funny, probably in unattended ways. I don't know. Latif's character, don't know why it happened, but shout out to him. It was, oh my God. I think that Nancy and Hilda Bashi, is that how you say her last name? They're the best actresses in this. So make of that what you will. Gorgeous ladies, love seeing them. Nancy's orange dress in the very beginning, on the salon where they're pricing 1.5 million for that hair. I'm never gonna touch that. Gorgeous dress. Gorgeous dress. Her hair when they almost kill her. Gorgeous. Not going to touch the rest of that scene, but she looked amazing. Her wig was slayed. Her dress, the orange one, want it, love it. Loved seeing all the people that were in this film. I don't know why they were in it, but I love seeing them. Patience was Okoh in her red dress in that opening, one of her opening scenes. Gorgeous dress, gorgeous woman. Love seeing her, even though she did not come back after they beat her child, but that's not important. Lagbaja, don't know why he was here. Glad he was. Love seeing him. All the other people that are here, don't know why. Love seeing them. Jennifer's body was tea. I give her that. Um, oh yeah, when Lawson enters the room with glow sticks, 10 over 10 scene, no notes. Don't know why that scene exists. Love it. Whoever wrote that, I hope they will have their dealer call me because that scene was written on acid. Um, I found Maya attractive in the white blazer. I don't know if it was the outfits because I've never found him attractive before, or the arms, or if at this point I was just delusional from watching this movie for so long. But it's kind of hot. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, all right. Thank you. I think having 40 minutes left, the film will change at least 2 or 3 more times before it finishes. So good luck. Elizabeth, please tell us what you liked about Everybody Loves Jennifer.
Yes, what do I love about Everybody Loves Jennifer? To start with, I'll say that I see the vision, guys. Nancy Sime is very, very beautiful. Gosh. She is such a beautiful babe. Every time she shows up, like, I think she showed up all of like 3 to 4 times. And I'm like, girl, you are beautiful. I like this Nancy Sime 2.0, okay? Then to your baby, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Toya Baby is really cute. And I thought that whoever styled Lai for this film really did a good job. It looks different. And I actually chuckled when they were in Ghana and only God knows the reason why Jennifer did not accept that proposal. Whatever it is that was going on in her head. He was the only sane person there. Because he was like, what do you mean you're running after her? There are babes in Ghana. And I'm like, you know what? There are babes in Ghana. Why are we here? I thought that was funny. I also chuckled when, when, Shage was giving his speech and he said, if love is a crime, I'll do it twice. I actually paused that because it sounds so, like, oh, cringe, but it's so funny because why you're interested in doing crime twice, but that should have actually, hinted me at something. Then, when he went to see, Jennifer again in her shortlets, only God knows what was happening in this film, but in that scene, he kept using past tense, and I know that it shouldn't be funny. I mean, we should act because Jennifer no longer, like, I really don't care for her English again, but Falls in that scene where it was like, oh, if my name is, mention this full name, and it was just going on and on in his past tense, and it was all serious. I'm like, okay, Shege, I think you're the only one that takes your job seriously in this scene. So yeah, I like that. What else did I like here? Oh yeah, so when they were in that, I thought it was, that parade thing that they did at Isaleko, I thought it was colorful. I don't know why that was there. There isn't really, nobody cares. Nobody knows what happens in this film. But yeah, I just thought, there was a lot of colors going on. I'm like, not bad, at least. Yeah. So that's all. That's everything that I liked there. Oh, wait. Topa Tadela, I saw him. Okay, apart from the fact that, people just show up in this film. Yeah, when I saw him, when it was his own turn to show up, I'm like, I've not seen you in a long time. Where have you been? So it was nice to see him again. So that's everything that I liked about why everybody loves Jennifer.
Well. Okay. Thank you. And
Sorry, how did Stabin enter this film? What am I watching?
Yeah, Sherry told me.
told you the film will change. Just hold on. you thought things will not change. Oh yes. All right. Astor, please tell us what you loved about Everybody Loves It.
Um, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
A friend and I went to see this in December because we were trying to kill time. before a rave. So I'm happy that this movie like existed at the time because we needed to kill time and kill time we did. Also that and Lai's performance. That's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. Mrs. C,
Yeah.
please tell us what you liked about Everybody Loves Jennifer.
So Nancy's very pretty. Sometimes I forget how pretty Nancy is. So yeah, Nancy's very pretty. I got a couple of laughs from Fowls. A couple. Yeah.
All right. So, things that I liked about Everybody Loves Jennifer. So, I found Fowles kind of funny, in places. And I don't know if this line was intentional when Stan said it, but he said, one day you're in US, in the next year in America. It didn't seem to be intentional, to be honest, which made it funnier. Because he's doing it whilst he's angry. The music is all super serious. I found that line funny. I think that is the funniest thing in the film. And I don't even think it was intentional. So, yeah, that's what I liked about this film. All right. So let's pivot into the things we do not like. Oh, please, if you're in the audience and you want to share your thoughts as well, you guys know, comment and we shall read them out. So far, I have
I
not
still
seen
have a
any.
like, oh.
All
I have a like before you go to the dislikes.
right, go on.
Every time, Lobster, we wait to be the name. Yeah, every time he corrected, which I think was twice, Jennifer's English. It just comes out of no place, but I thought, yeah, I like that part. I needed to mention it.
Okay. Right. Let's pivot into the things that we did not like. It seems like Olana is having some issues connecting. The things that we did not like. All right, Vanessa, do you want to tell us what you did not like about Everybody Loves Jennifer?
Where do I begin? To be honest, I think I don't have any strong feelings about this film. I don't like it. I don't hate it. I don't feel any type of way about it. I put it on 2x speed and fast forwarded my way to greatness. It's a series of unfortunate skits. I think that's how I would describe this film. Nothing made sense. Nothing connected to each other. Nothing tied into each other. The film changed so many times. I almost had whiplash. 1 minute we're worrying. So, guys, again, I don't know where to start because a lot. Mewan Shele. 10 was happening. Because we started this film, guys, with a fire. Mind you, I was on the interwebs when it was trending. Funke Akindele set her house on fire for Everybody Loves Jenifa. Mo de wo film, mo de fire here at the beginning. Mo ní pé, ṣé pé eléyìí ò ń ṣe FX ni? It did FX? Is this a real fire? And we start this film with this scene, and I'm confused. I was like, what is happening? Why am I watching this? What exactly is this? Is this supposed to be our establishing scene that tells us why everybody loves Jennifer? We could have started with one of her outreaches if that was the case, if we wanted to show her that she's an Alano Samaria. So we burn Funke Akindele's house for jack shit, guys. Jack shit. We did nothing about that was necessary. Nothing about that made any sense. Nothing about that Even the concept of Amen Estate, what do they call the body? Estate Association. I became of body. What again? Hey, the concept of that estate body having such power and influence over her philanthropic work just seems as drug induced as the entirety of the film. I'm confused by what the estate authorities or estate body thought mattered in anything that she did. Yeah, I don't know. And then we pivot to we pivot to a domestic violence storyline, and then justice happens off camera because we're in Ghana and dealing with drug smugglers and pushers and peddlers and couriers. I don't know. And why does Bimbo what Bisola Ayola look like that? And why does Bisola Ayola have a lip? Everything. I just kept asking why. Why am I watching this? I know why, Mr. C. Why was this made? That I do not know. Everybody, if we cannot agree as a society that anything related to Jennifer, we don't watch. That honestly, I think society will be better for it. I'm not saying don't watch anything Funke Akindele makes, of which I can't make anybody do that. But if you have Jennifer in the title, Emma Womo, don't watch it again. It didn't by force. It didn't by force to watch anything that have Jennifer. Because Jennifer obviously don't know how to create a story. Jennifer don't know how to create something coherent. Nothing about this made any sense, and that could please as a society. All of you that went to the cinema that made this film highest grossing. I know I say it's a good place some people make money. Ṣùgbọ́n, why are we doing this to ourselves? And lọ cinema, and lọ wo fíìmù, and then both in the cinema, you didn't see anything. You didn't talk. Is it that you people sign NDAs? You are walking into the cinema hall because you people came out of the cinema. You didn't say do. Where that could do, you didn't want the next set where that could do one watch this film could make sense. All of you kept firm and allow people to walk into the cinema. One of the rubbish. In fact, those are the people I blame. All of you who went and watched this film and didn't say shit. Those are the people I blame. All in all, a horrible watch. I don't recommend to anybody. I mean, you can put it on as background noise if you have to deep clean your house, I guess. So many people popped up on the screen. I genuinely forgot until Elizabeth mentioned that Tupetenila was in it. Then I remember Jaja Kiapia was also in this. It was just, again, a collection of unfortunate skits, but glad that all the people in this film got paid.
Okay, thank you. Elizabeth, a lot of people got their cameos. Thank God for people who got paid. But yeah. All right, Elizabeth, please tell us what you did not like about Everybody Loves Jenifa.
What did I not like? Guys, I still have 15 minutes to go. I didn't want to watch this. First, I want to say that Mr. C is the cause of my misfortune. I've always had a theory about Funke's films, and every time we come here to review them, it makes me seem like I'm a hater, and which that's not to say I'm not a hater, guys. I'm first a hater, right? Then I like films, but primarily a hater generally. So when I started watching this thing, I'm like, I mean, from December when people would go to watch this thing and come and will not see anything, I already knew something was wrong, because even with A Tribe Called Judah, Vicky Longpe, people were really talking about how they liked it. With this one, there was nothing, it was just radio silence, so I should have known. Anyways, started watching it. Mewa and Shelley. It was a collection of slideshow, like a carousel. It was just going on. Every scene unrelated to the last one. Every slideshow unrelated to the last one. even in the concept of everybody loving Jennifer, unrelated to the last one. I mean, yeah, the first thing that first took me out, I had to stop this film to go and watch Say Would Die a second time. Like, I've watched a third time actually. This is the first time I'm watching. I went back to watch Say Would Die again, just for the fun of it, because I knew that this one would stress my life. First, that scene, I don't know what was going on. She was there trying to save. Oh my God, apart from the fact that the graphics was bad, even the acting was bad, the directing was bad. She was trying to save that kid in the fire, and then the firemen came out, and then Jennifer, I'm like, yeah, we're dead. It did not end there. And then something happened and it did not end there. And then there was Lobster. He has an NGO, and the next thing, Jennifer has an NGO too. And then there's Vicky, there's Hilda. I'm like, wahala. And then things were just happening. And again, last scene, it did not resemble this scene. But there's something I've always criticized about Jennifer's films, and it seemed like I was doing too much then. Whoever writes them uses a lot of what's it called? Exposition. The idea that you have to explain your motivation and explain a situation, because nobody bothers to set anything up. The writer has not set up why you were there, so you have to explain why you went to a place. So you're in the midst of people, you're like, oh, so I went here and I saw this. And then like that scene where in fact, even the lobster and his wife buying stuff. I mean, you get a sense that maybe something is not right. He's buying stuff for our family. And next she's like, oh, it's cheating. And then the next thing, it's as though things were happening for the sake of it. We need things to happen. Lobster breaking into her room, taking her phone. In fact, there was this part where she was speaking to her friends about what happened with Lobster. And they were like, oh, don't say this. And the next thing, right in the middle of that conversation, they were talking about Shege. And I'm like, Edru, how did we enter? Can we finish what we're saying? How did Shege get in here? And it is in the lack of seriousness, because I don't want to believe that because it's comedy, it should not be serious. In fact, the reason why comedy is because it's the seriousness that everybody puts into the craft of the comedy that it is comedy. You're so unserious. What do you mean you're talking about the hitting somebody and next thing she gets English? Like, what's going on and why are we here? And then she met with Bisola's character, another character that I don't know what's going on. And the next thing, they were in a town hall PSA you're beating your wife. I'm like, God, somebody gets me a gun and shoots me. Well, I trudged on because I'm like, something has to happen. Anyways, long story short is that they managed to wrap all of that nonsense up before she went to Ghana. And I say all of that nonsense because they really wrapped it up. Like, we got our resolution. They arrested Lobster. I mean, at least I'm 16 minutes. I'm not done, but they arrested him. Like, oh, somebody gets me. And Bisola was the one that did all of that. That character was all that. Oh my God. And then we got to Ghana. Shege got her to Ghana and she said, I can't marry you. Why you've not even married Shege? I think this is even my own biggest problem because I don't even care what's going on there. Why don't you want to marry Shege? Like, what is the reason? And things were just happening, guys. Then somebody threw snow into the compound. Oh my God, it's a collection of unfortunate events. Like, the writing is terrible. Whoever writes has always been terrible. I know that everybody likes that Tribe Called Judah, but I remember I was having so much vim for it because, and it's in the fact that whoever writes for her enjoys explaining things, making characters talk through their motivation, and not just motivation, talking through the plots. And it's so, like, if this was even Stage Gone, would not talk through the plot like this. Why will your character just come and explain backstory, front story, and where we expect it to be in the next? Things happening, dialogue doesn't make sense, people showing up, characters just popping up. Characters popping up, guys. Characters just popping up. I don't like it when things are not set up. Characters are not set up. Characters just showing up. It's like a carousel. This is so unserious. This is very unserious. It's a collection of skits. In fact, it would have even been better as a collection of the entire first half collection of skits. Even the second half with Adaku. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't. Then there was that saying like, "Oh, you give Lagos boys bad name, nigga. You people are selling drugs. What do you mean you're giving Lagos boys bad name? You people are selling drugs." And then Jackie's character that said, "Oh no, let's not introduce tribalism." I said, "Shoot me, shoot me again, Mr. C. You get what's coming for you." I don't know how this went through post. Somebody wrote this thing, somebody read it, somebody approved it, somebody shot it. I'm happy that Jenifa Jenifa as a franchise is contributing to the economy, giving people jobs. At this point, this is just it's either an empowerment scheme or a money laundering scheme. It has to be one of the two at this point. And whatever it is, kudos, I guess.
All right. More slander, like I made this film. Uh, like I made this film. Anyway, we shall continue. Alan, please tell us
Say
what
I
you,
don't exist anymore. What I don't get.
what did you say, Otas?
Essentially, I don't exist anymore.
Who?
Otas, you haven't called them the time.
Oh, sorry.
Hey,
Otas.
suffered,
Sorry. It's supposed to be,
suffered,
I thought I already called you. Sorry.
suffered.
Yeah,
But
after they rush through his face.
it's okay. I have
Come
15
on,
minutes left. I've seen enough, honestly. Like Adako escaped. I don't know how, when, why. I swear to God, 1 minute he was kneeling down and begging me that is Bibi, that's her name. Next time Adako was running. I have a headache, please. I'm tired. I'm elderly. Um, Everything is wrong. Like I'm trying to work my way backwards. Like first of all, they sold cocaine in that amount. No one received any money at any point. And like 2 hours later, she flew from Accra to Kumasi, maybe whatever reverse order they did that in. And we just kept moving on. Um, Jennifer is the Tyler Perry of Nigeria, which is an achievement in its own way. Um, and this movie, unfortunately, is just so what the movie actually seems like is a collection of Jennifer episodes. Maybe they meant to make it a series, but it feels like a collection of Jennifer episodes that is just like badly edited. Um, Everything just feels like its own mini episode. The fire, the poop philanthropy. Everybody forgot about that. They sprayed them with poop in the beginning, and we just all moved past it. Why? Why did we move past it? Um, the guy we have now named Lobster was cheating, abusive, breaking into rooms with guns, a fake philanthropist. He had so much going on. The festival and the chase, with the resolution of the domestic violence, it's all its own episode. The proposal, the missing drugs. It's just different episodes, and I think they just picked what they thought were the most interesting parts and then joined it all together, and they're like, we have a film, guys. I don't like Anyways, I'm not going to focus too much on this movie, but what I do want to know, that guy, the one who threw his cocaine in Jennifer's house, the one whose wife is dying and his balding in the middle, wasn't he in the old Jennifer as like a manager of a salon or something, or her PA or something random? That's what's
That's,
been bugging my heart.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
That's the one, honestly. I need to focus on the things I can control. But wasn't he in Jennifer's series as a completely different character?
Don't watch, can't tell you.
That's fair. That's fair enough. Anyways, yeah, the movie has nothing compelling about it. In the beginning, after the domestic violence happens, where she witnesses Lobster hit his wife, um, when she's in her dressing room, she talks about how they took Ogechi to the hospital, and she follows her to the hospital. Not Ogechi. Well, Robert Nance's character was Ogechi with her sister. And when she was talking to Ogechi, she was embarrassed, but they don't show us that. Uh, anyways, I don't know. I can't tell you what I didn't like about this movie. I didn't like it. I don't like any of it. Not a single part. Even the things I said earlier as likes, I don't like. So let's just move forward.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Taz. And then, do you want to tell us what you did not like about Everybody Loves Jenifa? I don't know whether you were here, whether you could tell us what you like, but if not, do the two.
Good evening, guys. So what I liked quickly, I like the outfits. Everybody looked really good. Everybody was dressed nicely. Yeah, that's what I liked. And then what I did not like. First of all, we did not have a plot. We had a collection of movies in one. There was no plot. It was all over the place. In fact, as soon as Jennifer came out from a burning building saving a baby, I knew that we could only go downhill from there. And we went downhill. We entered the gutter. First of all, we have this whole setup with Jennifer, who is running an NGO, but doesn't really have a what do they call it? She hasn't even like registered the NGO. She's just running an NGO, but she's this very popular big girl that can call all these Hilda Basi and Vicky J's characters. Okay. Then there is Lobster. We've not even mentioned Angie that is also running. And it's like that entire estate. Now only the way they run NGO, they live for there, no problem. The next thing, we have the Lobster situation. And then Lobster is, there's domestic violence. Okay, that's one plot. In the middle of domestic violence, we've not even finished that plot. The next thing, Jennifer traveled all the way to Ghana for surprise proposal. In the middle of all this, in fact, why did we even have that echo festing outside Lavaja? Obviously, Lavaja was a really good part about that scene. I've said it before. It's as if I'm complaining, but every time I see it, I'll mention it. Nollywood, we need to find how to use street parties if we must put them there. Because at this point, street parties are just being thrown into this movie, so we have an extra 3 to 5 minutes that we didn't even need. We have that chaotic street party, and then at the point I was thinking, okay, is this like, are they trying to show off the tourism potential of Lagos? But then you go to Ghana and then you have this whole safari park thing, and in comparison, I'm sorry, but if both countries are trying to show off their tourism potential with each of these things, Ghana would win. Please, let's abandon street parties. Then we get to Ghana, drug mule, Toyo baby the drug mule. Toyo baby came into the next time is that my family, my husband is going through hard times, this one, that one. So that's why you carry 1 full kg of cocaine. Toyo baby, you know if you have farm. She carried the whole cocaine. The next thing, Toyo baby ran to Kumasi. Who the Toyo baby said she was going to Kumasi? We don't know. We just heard she's in Kumasi. We don't even know if she knows road, but she found her way to Kumasi. Then we see, what's his name? The Banj, drug lord, dropping. First of all, I don't know whose idea it was to randomly drop music lyric lines in this, but it was not skilled. It was not skilled. 15 minutes in, first of all, I'm hearing Lai tell what's his name? Tell Fowles stories that touch from a real life angle. Why are you quoting soft work for the person who wrote soft work, my guy? Who wrote that? Then in the middle of it, the next lyric we hear is from what's his name? The Banj, who says Omar run down. I'm like, okay, are you guys trying to jog our memories with music lyrics? What is that about? and then you think that hearing Chinua Achebe things fall apart is bad. The next thing we hear is you give Lagos boys a bad name. Gege. There's no need for tribalism. Tribalism, care. From where to where, Nitorial. What's going on? Who is writing this thing? At a point, I had to ask, what was the quality of liquor in the room when the person was writing? Because this is cheap liquor business. You can't even have anything quality and then you are writing this kind of thing. They were throwing random things into this story. I saw Adaku was please, whose idea was it to bring fufu for Adaku to be eaten? It was not cute. They're talking about, oh, Shebi, say you are hungry, eat all the fufu. What's that? Please. First of all, I was never into the whole Jennifer character thing. I don't like the caricature thing. I've never liked it. But if this was supposed to be a grand finale, it was so terrible. It did not convince me that I was in the wrong. The character was funny 10 to 15 years ago. It's not funny anymore. And probably that's one thing that's one issue it had, aside the terrible writing and the all over the placeness of it all. Please, I don't. Oh God, you know the only time I laughed in this movie. You see when Falls, that scene when Falls was giving his grand proposal, I had to pause and laugh, and I did not laugh because it was ha funny. I laughed because it was a what am I even watching kind of funny. You know that kind of, you can't even believe that you're wasting your time on such bullshit. That kind of laugh. That's what I laughed. And God, this writing was bad. The character the character profile was bad. The only thing that was good about this movie was Ghana and listening to Jackie Appiah speak to me. Yeah, those were the only good things. Oh, and all the pretty faces. Thank you for the pretty faces. But that's about it. Every other thing was bad, especially the writing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Astor, please tell us what you did not like about Everybody Loves Jennifer.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. It's as most people have pointed out, it's just they took like a couple of episodes of the show and just said we're not going to put in any work whatsoever to have like an overarching storyline. They just stitched the scripts together and called it a day and started filming. Um, we start with the whole like domestic violence thing, and it kind of gets resolved off screen, so we never know if Nancy Sinnet like returns from the coma that she's in. I guess we're just going to have to assume that she and her wig lived. Um, then they move to Ghana, and then there's like the whole thing with drugs, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I think my main problem with this thing is just that, like, I mean, it's bad. It's badly written. A lot of things happen for no reason. Like, there's like the Echo Festival where Jennifer just, in her bid to like escape being killed, she goes on stage and she joins the performance, and she just kind of like nails the choreography. And I'm like, I get that I'm watching a movie. I was supposed to suspend like disbelief, but like, she wore the backup dancer and eye makeup and everything. Like, when did she have the time to do all this? And then they practically just like halt the movie so that her and that woman, I can't remember her name, the one who eventually like steals all the drugs, and they have like some kind of reconciliation on screen. And like, I was asking my friend, what is going on here? And he's like, oh, they used to be like friends in real life, and then they had some kind of falling out, and now they're making up. I'm like, why are they making up in the middle of the movie? Like, other stuff should be happening. And then speaking of things happening, there is just way too much happening. Because like, tell me why 10 minutes to the end of the movie, like, more people are just like trooping in. Chimezie even just comes in and throws drugs into the compound. Jackie Appiah shows up and in the span of like one afternoon changes wigs. And then there's the bunch. And there's just so much happening. And then when you're like, when is this movie going to end? It just ends. I don't know, man. It's kind of disappointing because like the fact that like the general public reward, and I know that I went to see it in the cinema, so I'm technically part of the problem. But like the fact that the general public rewarded it by making it the highest grossing movie of the year is just like it's a bad sign because I don't think that many people know when they've been given something bad. They just like go pay money to see it, I guess, and it's because it's Funke, like everybody's fine. I don't know. She needs to relax. Yeah, she needs to take a break and just I I I don't know. I don't know. I would like to know if Nancy Sima ever woke up. I know I must have missed like when they said that, but like please somebody tell me if she did. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, thanks, Asta. If you can let Asta know if Nancy Sime woke up, because I could not finish.
I would like to say that she did. Nítorí pé I do recall, mind you, I read it in the speed of light. Well, Bisola character do call Jennifer, but this and this do happen. She do say that the girl do say that she wake up and that she told the police that the reason why he want to kill her is because she saw some video on his laptop. So yeah, she do wake up.
He woke up and he saw fake philanthropy video. That's not important. So I just saw the kiss between Jennifer and Fowles, and that's honestly the worst part of this movie. They really saved the worst for last. I have never seen a worse kiss in my life.
Yeah, so guys,
Girl,
no. There's been worse kisses.
What was this film? It was still
what are you
Funke
talking about?
It was Finding Me.
finding me,
Guys,
finding me.
I don't want to
God.
say anything. I just potentially, guys, there is a common denominator. Full stop.
All right. Thanks, Asta. Nollywood must change. You tell us what I guess you were not here during the likes, what we would like and do not like about Everybody Loves Jennifer.
Can you hear me?
Everybody, stop asking. Just speak. If we can't hear you, we'll tell you we can't hear you, because we have to go on mute and then come back off mute.
How the good part was very short too, because I think I entered like 20 minutes of this stuff, and you guys are already in bad. Why? That's why you use this film. Okay, anyways.
So we've almost finished the bad. Just go along. Let's go home.
Okay, the good thing. Let me see my good though. I beg. Actually, like the first part of this movie, like I feel like it's not something you should take seriously. Like, you should turn off your brain, or you should not like just take them for the clown that they are. But I like that. I like Jennifer's character in the first movie. I wanted to see what would happen to her. She's not minding her business, so that's our cho. I want to see where she will end up at. I was invested in her character in the first part of the movie until that second part happened, and I had a few laughs here and there in the movie. I will not lie. I kind of laugh at her silliness, at her bad English and all that. Yeah, and for the kind of movie it is, I think the performances were not being too serious, and I like them for that. Even if they were to be serious, they were not bad. They were not like, disgusting performances that you will not be able to like watch it. So I didn't take them seriously, and the performances were not disgusting. And that's my good, my bad. This movie should have never happened. Like, I don't know why Nigerians are paying at the cinema to see this kind of movie. If you want to make comedy, make good comedy. But this is not the kind of comedy we should be making at this stage. This is the kind of comedy that belongs to YouTube, that belongs to what that platform, that belongs to all these emerging platforms. This comedy does not belong at the cinema. It's ridiculous, because we don't have children's movies for kids, and now the comedy that they can watch, and they're saying family movies. This is the kind of movie we still want our children to go to the cinemas to watch. It makes no sense. I don't know what. Anyways, she makes money for the exhibitors, and I don't know what we can do about Nigerian audience to teach them that you deserve better. You can do better. Funke should be able to do better at this time. You guys hyped a Tribe Called Judah. Yeah, it was not a bad movie, but maybe you guys, because you hyped it, that's why she went to do this one, because I didn't see what was so fantastic about a Tribe Called Judah. I don't see what the phenomenal, the great writing in it, that you guys were shouting it was good, it was that. You are the cause of this Panasonic happened to us. This movie should have never happened. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Inka, welcome back. I don't know why people are coming back to this, but tell us what you both liked and not like about Everybody Loves Jennifer.
Hello, everybody. I didn't decide to come back to this. It was just when I had time. This was the one I was blessed with, you know? It wasn't a choice. It was the way life went. Anyway, what I liked, look here. I didn't, when I first played, I never took this movie seriously. Number one. Number one. So, and I was only going to spend, I only spent 30 minutes on these movies. Because again, life. And so because of that, I was just on a vibe. I was just like, wow, okay, wow. Bigger and better. I get bigger, just bigger. Just, it's bigger. That's all. I guess I was enjoying the biggerness. Because what should we even be here analyzing this movie? This movie, everybody's talking about bad writing. I didn't even think they wrote in this movie. Like, the kid, I'm not sure, but this is what my eyes showed me. The kid was a boy. The very next thing they were talking, they were like, oh, you saved that girl. I was like, it was a girl? I was shocked. In the scene where she was describing how Nassim Nisime character, Angie, gets hit by something, get hit by her husband. The whole entire scene. And when they are describing it again to the police officer, was completely off. It wasn't like, oh, she's going to like, it was completely off. Completely off from what we saw. He was watching TV. What TV was he watching? We saw him on phone. I'm done. I was dying laughing. And look here. I remember Jennifer from back in the day, from the first movie. Now, I also thought 10 years ago, in the first movie, I was like, that was just a sudden turn into a PC, what do they call it? Public service announcement about HIV. It was a very sudden turn. But everybody was praising it for its like social awareness. And I'm like, okay, it does good with that type of social awareness. Any type of social awareness is good. It's good. But there are social awareness that are like more thought out, and there are social awareness that are not necessarily thought out. And this is what I'm trying to say about women. I was just like, yeah, this is Jennifer. This is Jennifer. And of course, this is where you're going to end up. Like, honestly, I don't know what's wrong with Funke. No, I'm not even. There are our last two movies that she just released has been horrible. This movie is at least it's at least more better than Finding Me, because I don't even know. Because it just started with Funke Akindele as Jennifer. And Jennifer and Funke Akindele are the same nowadays because she has built her brand around this, doing amazing things. She's saving a child from a burning building. Everybody loves Jennifer. Jennifer knows the right things. Only Jennifer's English, which, by the way, are we not tired of making fun of people that they don't speak good English because they don't speak good English, therefore they are dumb or something like that? And it's comedy. If I didn't find it that funny 10 years ago, and I still don't find it that funny now. Okay, it's kind of ridiculous. But hey, we all want to feel like we are better speaking English people, than other people. It's okay. Every human being does it. I mean, even sometimes I correct people's English. I don't do it often. But hey, that's just another thing. I'm just here to say, what's wrong with this movie? I don't even know. Like, if I take a business angle of watching this movie, I know why they put everything in the movie. Funke Akindele is probably tired of being Jennifer. She wants one last big hooray. She does the wise thing of getting all this like popular actors and does things that she knows that she already knows that this is not going to be a smart out drawn something. It's just for vibes. And then she goes to Ghana because she wants to make money in Ghana. She wants to exhibit all these things in Ghana. Everything like business wise, why it becomes this popular, this something, it's a known brand, it's a known something, and it's people just going for vibes. Everybody already knows this is vibes. Because if you keep up with Jennifer, you know it's vibes. And I didn't keep up with Jennifer that much. So yes, in that way, it is a smart business, something thing, because this has always been a movie industry. They did it in Hollywood. They will do it here. It's smart. Now, artistically, in another way of writing, there was no writing in this movie. There literally was no writing in this movie. Literally, the first scene and the very next scene where they talk about the first scene, they didn't even know whether it was a film, that was a boy, and they were talking about it was a girl. There was no writing in this movie. It was vibes. And it was I guess it was big vibe. I won't say it was pretty vibes because it was big vibes. And the clothing was beautiful. That's what I think about this movie. There's no need to be analyzing this movie. It's just for fun. No. So, that's it. Yeah, that's all I did. I didn't like the movie. I wouldn't have liked the movie if I continued past 30 minutes. But since I didn't, I'm okay with the movie.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Inka. Is it a Tiffy Storm? Okay, Tiffy. All right, Tiffy.
Oh, I like the
Go
movie
ahead.
because it's better than what's the name of the movie that she knew was bad enough that she only put on Prime. Finding Me. It was better. It was more fun than Finding Me. That's why I like the movie.
Won't be Inka if she doesn't do like 2 false stops. All right. Thanks, Inka. Tiffy, please tell us what you liked and did not like about Everybody Loves Jenifa.
You know what? When I saw this this was coming up, I was very listening to everybody. I was very happy because
First
I
of
reviewed
all,
the movie.
sorry, Tiffy, are you using Bluetooth headphones? If you are using headphones or headphones, just disconnect and just do it raw, at least for this speaking time.
Give me a second.
Okay. Meanwhile, I like to agree with a couple of things that have been said already by a couple of people. Number one, I don't know why it didn't occur to me until Tad said that it just seems like a few episodes stitched together that it's possible this was probably what happened. That would make sense. Although it's difficult to say because I also agree with Income that it doesn't feel like this was written for the most part. It just feels like a lot of people just came on the day and just, all right, this is what we are going to be doing today. But anyway, we're not at my turn yet. I'm just sprinkling some ingredients whilst Tifa tries to arrange himself. Tifa, are you done? All right. Mrs. C? Oh, actually, Asta wanted to say, Asta had his hand up. Asta, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna keep talking, and if you can't hear me, just let me know. But yeah, as someone who had only ever seen like the first two Jennifer movies, like back in the day, I was so confused when this movie started because like my friend let me know eventually that they just carried on like storylines from the TV show. That seems to take place in this pocket universe where time never passes and Jennifer like gets richer but she never like learns English properly. I don't know what's going on. I was so confused. I don't know, like I feel like that she needs to retire that character because the character I don't know what version of reality she's existing in, but we need to free her from that limbo so that she can rest. Yeah, that's what I say.
All right, my love, you were talking on mute, but yes, he asked Mrs. C, what did you not like about Everybody Loves Jenifa? Unless you finished speaking and then muted yourself. Okay, fair enough. What did I not like about Everybody Loves Jenifa?
We didn't hear him. Oh, sorry to interrupt you. He was
Thank
speaking on
you.
mute.
Thank you. Look at you trying to gaslight me. Anywho, oh my God, I don't even know where to start. Everybody Loves Jenifa made me disrespect the cinema. And I think we saw this in cinema. Sorry to everybody involved. We are also part of the people that added to global box office numbers.
No.
In our defense,
Our attendance does not to Nigerian listeners.
global box office numbers. I know what I said.
What do you know is the global box
Do I
office
know?
exactly?
Any which way, Sha, it's just that, we try to support Nollywood in whichever way. That's what we're doing in our defense. Oh my God, this was something, to be honest. This was something. I think when we saw this in cinema, I started pressing my phone at some point because I just couldn't. It felt like asking too much of me to not distract my brain from what was going on my screen. Everything was just happening. That opening scene with the fire that was a start. And honestly, today, we're rewatching today, and I stopped it. Where did I stop it? We stopped at the 3 minutes bar.
Yes.
And this was the worst thing of Everyone Loves Jenifa to me till that point anyway. It was what I found offensive. A lot was bad, right? But the whole domestic violence thing was offensive. When she's we're taking up this domestic violence case, and she goes to this, chief big advocate, and what I'm hearing on stage is, oh, you can be submissive to your husband while still being an entrepreneurial woman, and, just because you're I'm just like, this is where we're starting from? And then Bisola's character is narrating her domestic violence experience, but we've decided to make this a joke, right? We've decided to make this narration a joke. And then Jenifa is also ad-libbing and throwing funnies at this retelling of, someone getting the shit beat out of her till she has a limp now. It's like, oh, this is why you are... And I had to stop there because I was like, okay, because what's funny, right? What's funny? Why are you doing this social commentary, making awareness, if you're first going to water it down, like, yeah, it's not right to beat women, but women, you too, and then make it funny. It's not a joke. You're not making awareness and then it's a joke. But whatever. Keep that pushing. I don't know, man. There were too many things happening. I forgot Jackie Appiah was in this. I forgot Chimeziemu was in this. I forgot Adaku was in this. I'm the band. I forgot the band was in this. It's such a disjointed piece of work that honestly, even though we like to say don't attribute intentions to, what work people have done, this honestly was just giving, okay, December is coming. What are we going to put in the cinema? And so this was born. And yeah, that was bad. Also the whole, see, I'm all for dating younger men because they never grow up anyway. But I'm also wondering if this film is trying to tell me, or is trying to put, Funke Akindele and Fowles, so Jenifa and Shege. Does this film think they're the same age, or is this something that was addressed, before?
It's addressed in it.
Is it addressed in the series?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, alright, cool.
They actually have an on-again, sort of off-again thing in the earlier seasons.
Yes, I know they have an on-again, off-again thing. I was just wondering where this film was aging Jenifa at. How old we're supposed to think Jenifa is.
They're probably putting them around the same age based on where the series started.
Okay.
Obviously now they look different than when we first started. So
Fast forward, okay. Because I was like, this is throwing me because I feel like we're putting them at about the same age, and again, yes, they're a younger man. They're not growing into more. But I was like, I don't know. Funke's character it's what was happening to me when I was watching. Which film was it? That unsafe film we were watching, right? Where I was like, I feel like this character is acting a lot more childish than she should be for her age. And this Jenifa's character does feel more childish than she should be. And it's this thing where, you've added bad English, right, to someone, and then it's just you're making this character just kind of stupid. And it feels low-key it feels low-key offensive, right? Because this is someone who's, I don't know how long the series has been going on, but she has come from Aye to Town. She has gone to university. I don't know if she finished. She has done her own business. She lives in Amen Estates. She has foundations, right? She was not born yesterday. She's not still as naive as she would have been when she first left the village. She's an adult, right? She's grown. Why were they making her act kind of dumb, right? It felt a little bad English goes with dumb behavior, which was kind of offensive. And then back to the bad English. I feel like whichever way you speak, there are rules to your grammar. Does that make sense? Like if somebody switches words around or mispronounces something, so there's a consistency to that because that's the person's grammar, that's the person's lexicon, that's how the person speaks. And it just felt like there was no consistency to the bad grammar, right? We're mixing up this word this time, it just felt like throwing everything and seeing what sticks, and that just, Jenifa as a character did not feel like a person. It just felt like a caricature, which was, kind of offensive. Overall, this thing was bad. This thing was very, very bad. And this thing should not happen again. It should not happen again. I rated A Tribe Called Judah, and then Funke was like, why do you do that? And started giving me garbage, and then flaming hot garbage. And God knows what this December is going to be, because I'm not optimistic.
Okay, all right. So for me, didn't like this movie. Was bad. I will not be doing any analysis on the script. I don't think it deserves. I don't think they tried. So there's no point in me doing this. I know this almost defeats the point, but of NFC. But every time I call you guys here to do a film, that you come and do 10 minutes analysis. Sometimes you go, Mr. C is not worth it. And that's fine. And nope, not
Again,
doing
this
any,
is your fault.
this not doing any,
This is your fault. You
I'm
can't
not
train
doing
us. You can't train us and then come and say, don't abide by your training.
I'm
Sorry,
retraining you
there.
now. I'm updating the OS. That's what I'm doing now.
Look,
You guys receive this update, please. Not every film. No, absolutely not. We watched Say Who Die last week. It's, a lot of us enjoyed that. Please give that one a watch. This was, it's just like, there's no attempt at anything.
Yep.
So there's no, what am I criticizing? I'm criticizing a bunch of people who just got together and like, hey, let's do a thing. It'll make money. Okay, cool. That's probably what they did, because I don't see any effort into producing anything of significance. So there's nothing for me to say. That's all. Any pushback? Any pushback?
Yeah, Arika, I think, is mixing up the two children. One of them is a boy, one of them is a girl. The girl she rescues from the fire, and the boy that is Nancy's son, I believe, or the inverse, I don't know.
No, Otas. It's not a joke. When I first saw the child in the fire, mobile I thought it was a boy. So when they were coming, no. Because when they are not coming down the stairs, down the ladder, when they are second
it was a boy. It was a boy.
I
No, but
swear
for
the baby looked like
the
I
lady said
swear the
my
baby looked
daughter
like
is
a
up
boy in the
there.
fire.
There's
Wallahi, the baby looked like a boy in the fire. I'm sorry, you can't, cause even, I chose not to say, because even me, I was like, shape baby changing it before we climbed down the ladder. Ashe is been a girl this whole time. Well, let's all thank the Lord.
My pushback is against for people who say, "Oh, just turn off your brain and enjoy this." I think there is no nail long enough to drive into my prefrontal cortex that would make me enjoy this movie. at all. There's nothing you can do to my brain. You can throw inside washing machine. There's nothing that can be, there's nothing in here. There really isn't.
There's nothing in your brain.
Don't think
I
this
mean, I
is
can
not
agree
both
with
my
you
brain,
there.
and the film, nothing did there.
are you
Nothing. There's nothing.
you watch everything
And I contacted the nothingness from watching this film. I have to oh, yeah, yeah, not worth it. I want to go, this film wasn't made for me. And I guess it wasn't, but it's not made even in the traditional sense of trying to, achieve something of relative substance. It's really lazily thrown. And I can say this because I've seen Funke put other projects together. This is genuinely much lazier than, for me, finding me 100%. Finding me is trying to tell a story. It's just very, very bad at doing it. It's horrible. I know the story Finding Me it's attempting to tell. I don't know what you can't say the same thing about Everybody Loves Jenifa. It's not, it's just, anywhere where Belefe is, it's just not good. But yeah.
my pushback
All right.
is this. I watched over an hour of Finding Me, and so therefore I hate myself for that. But 30 minutes of this one is much better than Finding Me.
All right.
Much,
You just not really substance there, but thank you. But I agree. You're taking my updates. You're taking my updates. I agree with it.
for my own personal joy, yes, it was amazing. You know, I'm having fun here. I'm so happy that I just gave it 30 minutes before, like, I'm happy. So, hey,
all right. Elizabeth, what your hand is up.
Yeah, I have no pushback. I just think that, the time is 7 o'clock, and I honestly believe that we've not filmed this movie enough. I don't like that, it's 7 and we're about to round up. Don't you have enough adjectives in your dictionary?
I really just don't think it deserves.
No, because
That's
after
where I
spending
stand.
2 hours,
I don't think it,
nonsense,
Yeah, I
you're
expected
You
gonna
know
keep
that I
talking
watched
about
this
this
film for
thing.
like 100 hours.
I expected
are
two
you not
hours.
tired?
with
No, this movie did not end, Mr. C. You don't
Sorry,
understand. This
sorry.
movie, when I was watching it didn't end. That's how long it took for me to finish. It was
Sorry,
just going on. So we must
sorry,
go on.
sorry, sorry.
Elizabeth,
I,
you have
I,
remote control. You have remote control in your hand.
sorry.
You can just press off.
I have a.
Do you know what it felt like watching this in the cinema? It actually felt like, never in my life has the cinema felt like a torture chamber for me. It just horrendous feeling. And then the worst part is, like, there were a bunch of people who haven't been to the cinema in maybe 7, 8, 9 years, because they were answering call in the middle of the goddamn cinema. We're kicking up and down. And then it's like, oh, some people like, oh, who is this guy? I know this guy. I've seen this guy somewhere. It's like you saw him. This is what you watch. You watch skits. I know. That's why you like this. It's like that's where you recognize his face from. This cinema is actually one of my worst cinema experience of all time. 100%. I'm not saying the movies, although the movies will compete definitely, but definitely, like, objectively my worst cinema experience.
I think
Anyway.
this movie did well because of all the things that Funke put in it that is not the story. And also, I don't think there was any movies that was competing with this movie at the time.
Tony had movie at the time
No,
now.
there's always, actually, in fact, this movie had a lot of competition. I remember, I think this was the year where AY, Tony,
Yeah, I think Mercy also released
Messi, yeah,
AY.
I think the
yeah.
reason, this is the thing, this is also what I wanted to say to Funke personally. This is something I want to say. AY was doing this type of bad movies for a long time, but now nobody really goes to AY movies like that. No,
Ah, the
It's
people,
enter
like
but
is
people,
100
no,
million.
people,
Oh.
obviously people do. But
AY is not
Ava is no
Funke.
longer just making all the. It's now Funke is making the something, right? That was the time that it was AY. Even the same thing with Toyin. Sure, Toyin is still making money, but people now know Toyin's movies for like not doing something. If Funke is not careful, two more movies you come out, you've already brought out two movies that is horrible. People will definitely like. Sure, you still make some money because you're still a name brand because people go to name brands, but you will no longer you will start to have the reputation of being horrible, horrible. I also think this is me thinking. Tyler Perry's movies, the movie that I avoid now is new Madea movies because Tyler Perry has already said to people before years ago. I remember years ago he said, "I don't care for this anymore." And whatever movie comes out with Tyler Perry, with Madea that is contractually obligated for him to do because it brings people, it's always awful. It's always up. He literally doesn't spend that much time on those movies. Compare it to movies that it seems that more engaged that comes out recently. You will see that there's a light and day.
Okay.
I don't think she cares about.
Um,
I don't think she cares about Jennifer as much anymore.
yeah, I wouldn't disagree.
Please, I want to do a pushback on Nollywood must change,
Mm,
saying that people who hyped A Tribe Called Judah are the reason for Everybody Loves Jennifer. First of all, A Tribe Called Judah was actually good, and I will always stand on that. That it's possibly the best movie that what's happened that Funke has done in since 2020. I I've watched Omogeto and I've watched Battle on Booker Street, and I did not like either of those. And then when she released A Tribe Called Judah, I was like, okay, this is watchable. Then it made 1 billion, and then she was like, yes, now we are going to go back to the other things, and that's how we came back um on Everybody Loves Jennifer. So I do agree. First, what I actually believe is that Everybody Loves Jennifer greatly benefited from the hype and from the positive reviews that A Tribe Called Judah got, because people assumed that if A Tribe Called Judah was this good, well, whatever is coming after it should equally be as good. And obviously ELJ did not meet that criteria, and then Finding Me also did not meet that criteria. So I don't know, maybe Tribe Called Judah is the peak. I don't know. Maybe it's the climax. Maybe that's it. And then anything after that is just, whatever. But yeah, I do agree that A Tribe Called Judah's positive reviews affected ELJ, but also nostalgia affected ELJ, and just Funke Star Power affected those numbers. So please, Tribe Called Judah is responsible, but it's not responsible in a negative way. It's responsible because it was good enough that people thought another whatever she was releasing after would be just as good, at least.
all right, Nollywood must change.
Okay. Um. Anyway, if you say the movie was good, if you say the Trap Judah was good, I don't know. I don't want to argue that. I don't want to argue that. That's not the argument for today. But anyways, I think it affected. Yes, like you said, it affected the box office income of this, and I'm sure that the next one she's going to do this December too. If it's not even more than this, if it doesn't enter 2 million, I mean 2 billion or more. Anyways, let's look at the economy of Nigeria. And if you see that, you need to give her your money because she's really affecting the box office of Nigeria, because some people will be trying to make very some people will, it's not even very some people will be trying to make a movie like her because there are people looking up to her. There are filmmakers looking up to her and saying this is the kind of movie they want to make money. Anyway, so if this is our best filmmaker or best seller, good luck to everybody. Anyway, the thing I want to say, the reason why I raised my hand was because of the first scene where she went to save someone in a burning house. And like when she came out, someone that just came out of a burning house and she left the scene she was going on. I was like, this movie, you're trying to educate people. If you are coming out of a flame, like a flame accident, something like that, fire accident, the next thing they are supposed to like put her on oxygen because of airway kind of thing, something like that. So the first aid they was going to give her was oxygen. Whether she's okay or not, whether she feels okay when she comes out or not. The first thing was really to give her oxygen. They never did that. I'm like, this movie we're trying to educate people. Did they not research? Did they not sit down to research what was supposed to happen? Even if they were not giving her oxygen, the way she looked, she was supposed to sit down and they were supposed to, give her first aid. And then I don't know, Funke is already looking too old for Jennifer's character. She looks throughout that movie, she was looking like someone in her 40s, and you are still doing romance, you are still doing love me, I love you. Like, you don't look younger anymore. She let go of that character. That character is gone. Or I'm sure that very soon she's going to do Jennifer's marriage or Jennifer's wedding. And you people are going to see her go and watch it again. Because she should let it go. At this point, she should let it go. She should let it go. It's not looking anywhere.
Speaking of letting it go, we should
Let
let
this space go, please.
yes,
Period. Edakun. Edakun. I know that we were put through everlasting torture. Shùgbọ́n, we should not torture ourselves any further. Let's go home. Ah.
back. All right.
Exactly. She didn't spend time on this movie. Let's be honest here. She didn't spend time on this movie. She spent time on that movie.
And it's still too much. It's still too much, to be honest. Right. Let's do our summary. But I see Elizabeth hands up. Elizabeth, do you want to make it quick?
Yeah, I'm going to make it quick. I just want to say that ATCJ is the reason why she made this. I don't care whether it's peaked or dipped. There is a consistency in the way she writes, and I think it just really casts for the first time here. Because if you look at what she has done, it's similar to every other thing she has done. It's just that some seem more cohesive, with ATCJ having a more central theme, right, where they have to save their mother and they have to steal something. But if you look at the first, at least 3-4 scenes, it was just based on her, they had like a slideshow of each child and then she summarized how she got all the children. That already should have put you off of them. This is the way she makes film. Same with Battle on Booker Street, that one too. Battle on Booker Street is exactly like this, having 2 separate stories in there, or 3 separate stories. It's just the way, also that one was arranged, went from a comedy to a jailbreak, went from, we are sisters, we are rivals, whatever, and then ended with, like, it is the same pattern. I don't think anything has changed. It's just that, like I said, this one classed a lot because it is, again, she's trying to adapt or rather she's trying to improve upon the Jenifa franchise, and she thinks like she can get away with introducing characters like fish and stew. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay. I wasn't quick, and I have to say it's not at all. The filmmaking of this is infinitely worse. Maybe you're talking about the script, and I think both. Yeah, no. I don't even think there's a leg to stand on in making that comparison between ELJ and.
I'm saying this is worse, but this is there is a distinct, the way whoever writes for her, there is a pattern to the way they write. That's the point, and it's just that this is now like worse, like exponentially.
Okay. Well. All right, let's do our summary. Vanessa, please give us a summary for Everybody Loves Jenifa.
How do I summarize 10 different skits in one film? Well, actually, I found the solution here. Everybody, if you want to watch this film, this is my recommendation. You watch the first 10 minutes, you put it on pause, you go for a walk, go about your activity, you come back, watch the next 10 minutes. You can watch it over a spread of 3 months. If you spread it out over 3 months, then maybe, just maybe, you will get some enjoyment out of it. But if you put yourself through the torture of watching all 2 hours of this in one go, where then? I don't know for you. But please, again, let this be the end of Jennifer. Those of you who are watching anything that regard Jennifer, Boya on YouTube, Boya in the cinema, all of you join together. You are part of the problem. Let this end here. Let this never repeat itself again. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Vanessa. Atas, you want to give us your summary?
Yep, no long talk. Don't watch it. Didn't like it. If this is all that's left for you to watch, sell your TV, read a book, go outside. Um, I, Characters were appearing, disappearing. My brother showed up and Loco disappeared. And Sisimi disappeared. Somebody, it's fine. It's okay.
All right. Thanks, Atas. Elizabeth, do you want to give us your summary?
Don't watch it. It is not good. Good night.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Anna, do you want to give us your summary?
Jennifer was terribly unlovable in this, so everybody does not in fact love Jennifer, as we can see from this review. So yeah, please don't watch it. Don't waste your time. Go back and watch Say Who Die. Thank you.
Thank you. Nollywood Must Change. Please give us your summary.
Watch this movie. Watch it and laugh and make fun of Nollywood. What Nollywood has studied to. Watch it. That's what I have to say.
Somebody who does not have a good interest at heart. Income, please give us your summary.
Summary. Like, on a Sunday night or any night, and you have time to watch a movie or something like that, you can put it on. I will suggest, let me edit this a little bit. I will suggest, this is based on my own, and I hope it helps you, that you come to this movie with no expectations, absolutely none. Do not think, just none, and just watch just for the craziness, and watch it up to a certain minute, like you can take. Don't cross that time. Like for me, it was 30 minutes. Actually, maybe I could have crossed it, but I didn't want to. Don't cross that time. And then you'll be very like, oh my gosh, this is happy. This is cool. But if you're not in that mood, it is your own. You decide whether you should watch it. If you're not in that mood, you decide whether you should watch it and then continue to be angry. But, like I say, you decide whether you like it or not. That is the summary of this movie. It is a movie to make somebody rich. So that's it.
I'm a movie that made Inca edit her summary. Well, that tells you all you need to know. Mrs. C, please give us your summary.
Don't watch this.
All right. Thank you. My summary is this is bad. All right. Thank you, everybody. And thanks for doing this. Thanks for coming to this. This was not my favorite movie to watch. I don't know if you got that from all that was said. This is not, this movie does not represent Nollywood. Despite being the quote unquote record breaker. By the way, this movie didn't outdo The Attendance for A Tribe Called Judah. Although it might have, I think based on what Nigerian box office said, maybe it might have reached close to it if they let it stay in the cinemas for much longer. I just pray that wouldn't have been the case regardless. But anyway, I don't believe this movie represents us as a people. I hope it doesn't. But yeah, anyway, next week we'll be back to hopefully our regular bad instead of whatever this level of bad was. Or at least maybe something okay. Who knows? Join us next week, Sunday, 6 p.m. WAD, next episode of Nollywood Film Club. Thank you and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the episode. If you enjoyed listening and would like to join live, just follow us on Twitter at Iroko Critic and join us every Sunday, 6 p.m. West African time on our spaces.